How's it going? The weather has been chilly the last few days, which of course means it's time for me to pledge my undying loyalty to Gondor. But anyways, today we're going to be generating some random characters and drawing them. So in order to do that, I've got a website pulled up here called rollgenerator.com. I'll link it in the description. But basically how this is going to work, I'm just going to use this website to generate a character, and we'll decide which ones to draw. Alright, let's hit the generate character button. I've got race and class/profession on random. Alright, our first character is Nedthil. Ned the elf. He's a forest elf. He's 126 years old. He is an adventurer. He likes helping the poor and needing. However, he needs improvement in his bedside manner. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm kind of concerned. His weapon of choice is a spear. He currently has a strong interest in learning people's secrets. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so one of the events that they have listed here. Due to bad luck, he suffered an unavoidable accident. Severed arm. That could potentially be interesting. One-arm elf guy. So that was Nedthil. Alright, so our second character is a female sea elf called Pengrachuril. I might have to make up my own names on these because I'm not impressed. She has dark brown hair, light brown eyes, and a beautiful smile. Aww. She's an excellent archer. She's looking to find some knowledge about an ancient event or place. She carries several vials of healing potions. In her day-to-day life, she prioritizes moderation and determination. I like it. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. We've got Boreg, who is a dwarf. His beard is braided. He's looking to drink some ale and swap tales of treasure. The dwarf wears a traveler's cloak with a black hood and carries a rune-carved sword and an incomplete map. Interesting, okay. In his day-to-day life, he prioritizes ideals, happiness, and creativity. That's funny. Natural combat ability. Okay. I kind of like this one. Her name is Nedthil. She's a forest elf, and she's just a kingdom official. This woman is literally just a bureaucracy worker. Nedthil is medium stature with very thin body. She has the appearance very clean. Sometimes the English in these descriptions isn't very good. She's very clean. She has blue eyes. In her day-to-day life, she prioritizes forgiveness and independence. She has a vice for gambling. But she also has infinite patience with the idiots and bores she is faced to deal with every day. I kind of like the bureaucracy elf. Okay, it just gave me a cave troll.
They have a cave troll.
I'm not doing that one, sorry. Ooh, okay, this one's cool. So we've got Drururn. That is difficult to say. He is an Arctic dwarf. He wears scale armor made out of blackened steel and carries a hammer and a sack full of climbing gear. His ideals: vigilance and irresponsibility. And he's also very absent-minded. Interesting. Okay. He hasn't had a very interesting life. He's fought a battle, but he didn't get hurt. He was fine. And he also spent time working and gained experience in his trade. This allowed him to improve his skills. Good job, buddy. You can get a job in today's economy. Okay, so let's review who we have so far. So we've got Nedthil, good old Ned. He is the forest elf. We've got Pengrachuril, who is the... Oh, okay, she's an armorer. Yeah, I do like her. We have Boreg, the dwarf. We have Nedthil, the forest elf. And we have Drururn, the Arctic dwarf. I think our good friend Ned is out. And you know what? This might be way too ambitious, but I think I'm actually going to try to do the 4 remaining. So that leaves us with 2 elves and 2 dwarves. I think that's reasonable. Normally I would have just done elves, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit, okay? Alright, so we have our characters picked out. Now let's get to the drawing process and see what we come up with. Alright, so our very first artwork, we have Pen Grotcherel. I'm just going to start calling her Penny from now on, so this is going to be Penny. So I think the main thing I wanted to portray with this design was definitely the eyes and the smile. Those were the two aspects that were kind of standing out to me. So I made sure to give her a big old smile. Is it beautiful? I don't know, but it's a big smile. And she does have the light brown eyes. As far as what she's wearing, I tried to go kind of piratey since she's a sea elf. So I went with some white flowy shirt and some leather armor with some blue detailing on it, as well as a blue bag to match. I also gave her some jewelry that you'll see in here in a little bit. So she's got a shell earring and sort of a pearl necklace, although they're not the color of pearls, so they're fantasy pearls. That's what we're gonna call them. And she is an archer, so I made sure to give her a bow. I wasn't sure how to make it strap onto her back, and I didn't have time, or I was too lazy, one of those two, to actually look up a reference. So I just stuck the bow inside of the bag. Is it perfect? No! We're just gonna deal with it, it's fine. And then at the last minute, I remembered that she was supposed to have healing potions, so I did stick a little healing potion in her bag. Just pretend that there's more of those in there. You just can't see them. Now, the other aspect of her character was that she was finding knowledge about an ancient event or place, but I couldn't really figure out how to incorporate that into the design, so instead I kind of just had her outside in the sun like she's going on her adventure right now. And kind of back to the armor, she is an armorer, so I don't know, just that's why she has armor, I guess. Now, some of my favorite parts of this piece are definitely her hair. I really like the way her hair texture came out. I think it looks pretty natural, and I also honestly really like the lighting of this piece. Some things I would improve upon, I need to learn how to draw bows properly, so that would be something I would fix if I could. But overall, here is Penny, the sea elf with the beautiful smile. Alright, our next victim is Boreg, the dwarf. So, the most important visual aspects of this design for me were, of course, the braided beard, jeez, and the traveler's cloak. So I made sure to include both of those things. Oh, and also the rune-covered sword, but that'll come in a little bit. So, as far as the setting, I kind of tried to put him in, like, a warm tavern light, and I tried to kind of make it look like maybe he was in the process of telling a story. And in front, he's got his sword sitting out, and he's got his incomplete map also sitting out. As far as incomplete map, I just went with a piece of it being torn clean off. As far as valuing happiness and creativity, I mean, he looks pretty happy telling his story. Maybe it's a creative story, I don't know. Some of the things that I like about this piece are just some of the detailings on his shirt and his glove and on the little things around his braids. I just really like drawing gold, okay? It's just fun to draw. Some things I would change. This probably needs some more texture, but you know what? I was in a hurry. I did all 4 of these in 1 week, which was not what I was originally intending, but I don't know why I thought that's not what would happen. So he's a little rushed, but that's okay. So here is our finished Boreg the dwarf. I just realized I didn't give him any ale. Oh, I'm sorry. That's fine, that would have been kind of hard to draw anyways. Next. Okay, for our third piece, we have Nedthil. Nelly? Beth? Beth? I'm gonna go with Beth. So, Beth here. This is our Forest Elf Kingdom official. So, she basically is just the bureaucracy or customer service of the Forest Elves, I guess. So, I tried to portray that with just kind of her clothing. So, she's just got plain green clothing on, but I did try to make it look pretty clean since one of the descriptors was a clean appearance. So, fairly simple, nothing too elaborate. She just looks like you would see her at an office, but in the picture you're seeing the side of her that you might not know just from seeing her in the office. So she does have some cards out. I don't actually know anything about gambling. Presumably there can be cards involved. So she's got some cards, and she's got a little smirk on her face. So yeah. And I did make sure to give her blue eyes. And as far as her overall color scheme, I tried to go a little muted with it, just to kind of show that, you know, from the outside she doesn't look really all that different, per se. And I also gave her glasses, because I just thought that would be fun to add to the bureaucracy aspect of it. So here is our finished Beth. Overall, this piece is okay. It's not my favorite out of the 4 that I did, but I think you get the point. I'm not sure specifically what I would change about this. I don't know. I like her though. And last but not least, we have Drurune, the Arctic Dwarf. So for this piece, I was kind of trying to show that he was outside in, well, the Arctic, since he is an Arctic dwarf. So I wanted the whole piece to kind of have a cool tone, kind of a little bit muted, kind of picturing like snow clouds, so maybe not super strong lighting. As far as what he's wearing, I gave him that blackened steel scale armor. That was not easy to draw, let me tell you. And I just kind of kept with cool tones in general. So he's got a blue heavy cloak on since he is in the Arctic. He's got gloves that match. He's got gray quilted armor underneath his scale armor. And he does have his hammer. So some of the things that I would change about this piece, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know how to draw hammer, and it shows. And I did not look up a reference because, once again, I was pressed for time. So is that the best? No, but it's okay. We did what we could with the time that we had. But other than that, oh man, he has luxurious hair. He could be on a Maybelline commercial. So I like his hair a lot. That's probably my favorite thing about this piece, is his hair. And I did kind of try to make him a little more serious, since he seems to be a little less bouncy than some of our other characters. He does value irresponsibility. So I guess this is his irresponsible face. And maybe he's staring off into space because he's absent-minded. What a combination. But yeah, here is Drurune, our 4th and final artwork. So there you have it. There are our 4 randomly generated character pieces. This was a fun project, and it got me back into doing character art, which is something that I haven't done in quite a long time. I do think all 4 characters turn out pretty neat. I'm happy with them overall. Poor old Ned, though. I didn't draw Ned. So if anybody wants to draw Ned, just tag me in it, I guess. Let's bring Ned to life. But yeah, let me know what you think of these characters. Let me know if this is something that you'd like to see me do again. And by the way, if you're in the United States, have a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for watching. Even though I only have a small audience right now, you guys have been a huge encouragement to me. So thank you so much for your time and for liking my videos. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!